Good morning from Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's a beautiful, clear day, and we are on our way west, hoping to head home. Our first stop is actually intending to be Regina. No, actually, yeah, even further than that, Regina. And the problem is that it's just on the very edge of how far I'm comfortable going without refilling. So we're going to actually stop in Brandon, which is pretty close, to refuel, and then go to Regina. And if it all works out from there, we'll continue on to Swift Current, making as much westerly progress as we can today. It's starting to look a little iffy for Swift Current because there's thunderstorms forming in the area later this afternoon. So we'll see how it goes. We'll pack up and head out.
See much of the haze, but that is the town of Prairie, which was one of our overnight stops, planned overnight stops on the outbound trip. But a few hundred miles west of here, we had to divert into the US because this is where all the monster hail was reported. We came to Brandon, we fueled up, and we're leaving. The goal now is Regina. We're flying through a little bit of localized rain in Manitoba. That is the community of Moosomin, Saskatchewan, which was our clue that we're actually finally in Saskatchewan. It feels like an important progress milestone. This is Regina, Saskatchewan. It's actually quite a pretty city.
We're just getting fuel in Regina. It looks like the weather is continuing to look great with no clouds or hopefully no turbulence as well, all the way as far as Swift Current at least. So we're going to do that as the next leg, and if that goes well, we'll actually keep going to Lethbridge, which would be fantastic if we can get there, because that means we can do the crossing of the Rockies on Sunday morning, giving us a really good chance of getting home on time. Our hopes for Swift Current have been dashed. As we tried to leave Regina, we discovered this flat tire. So we're not going anywhere, and it's Canada Day, so we might not even be able to find a mechanic to fix anything until maybe even Monday. Amazingly, this fellow decided to come out on Canada Day to fix our airplane. Very impressive young man.
To our absolute amazement, we managed to get that nose wheel fixed in Regina on Canada Day, and we're climbing out of Regina Airport now, on our way hopefully to Swift Current. We don't know what the turbulence or situation is going to look like up ahead, but because it's about 4 hours later than we had planned to fly this route, so it's a lot warmer and there'll be a lot more convective. We'll see what happens. In the distance there is the Moose Jaw Air Force Base. We're actually inside their control zone without permission, because it turns out that on Canada Day the Moose Jaw Air Force Base is closed. That is the town of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. We are finally on approach to Swift Current, Saskatchewan. It's been a bumpy ride.
We are in the adorable terminal building at Swift Current, Saskatchewan. This is, I think, our first stop where we also stopped here on the outbound trip. It's kind of nice. In all the traveling that we've done, this is the first airport we've hit twice, if you don't count staying in an airport twice. So we called a taxi that's going to take us home. As you've seen, we had that breakdown in Regina, and we managed to recover from it on Canada Day and get here with Swift Current. But what it means is that we're really out of time to continue on to medicine hat, which is what we were hoping to accomplish today, because that would mean that we'd be in a position to potentially cross the Rockies tomorrow morning. We might still be able to cross the Rockies tomorrow morning if we can get up early enough and if there's no fog or any mist around in the mornings. We'll check that overnight and see what happens. In the meantime, we are hot and beaten from all the shaking we took on the last hour of flying here. We're ready to go to the hotel and relax for a bit.